So people always ask, where does the name Big Alice come from? If I'm working a festival, I often get asked if I'm Alice. On the East River, you've got the Ravenswood power plant, known locally as Big Alice, named after Alice Chalmers, who made the generator in there, which was the biggest in the world.
We're a New York State farm brewery. We have a heavy focus on sourcing from local places. We have a lot of local partners here in the state. Every single beer that we brew here at the brewery is at least 20% New York State malt and hops. We do a handful of beers that are 100%, like our Pilsner and a few other ones as well.
Big Alice started off by brewing half-barrel batch, which is about 15.5 gallons. So we would sell shares where customers would get 12 bottles of beer over a 6-month period. But the shares sold out instantly. So we upscaled from our original half-barrel to the 5-barrel brew house we have at the moment.
The first step in the process is crushing our grain. So our malt goes through our mill. From there, it's going to be crushed to break the husk off and expose the sugars on the inside. It's going to go up through our auger and into our mash tun. From there, we're going to hit it with water. It's around 160 something degrees. Let it soak for anywhere from 30 to 60 minutes. From there, we're going to take all that nice sugary wort that we made, which is just sugar water at that point. We transfer that over to our kettle, and then we boil it from there. When we boil, we kill off any bacteria that's in there, and that's also where we'll add any hops or any other ingredients as well. From there, we chill it, and it gets transferred into one of our fermenting tanks where we pitch it with yeast, and that's where it will sit and ferment for anywhere from 1 to 3 weeks. So after fermentation, we transfer it to one of our bright tanks where we will force carbonate it. From there, it gets packaged, whether in kegs or cans or bottles. Characteristics of a good Pilsner is going to be crisp, light, clean, just a touch of bitterness on the back end there. It's a beer that you can have a few of while you hang out with friends. A traditional Pilsner is going to be brewed with a lot of German malts, German hops. It's a style that's often overlooked, but it's also a good indication of how good of a technical brewery it is. Our NY Pils is probably one of the beers that we obsess the most over. What we'll do is after the brew day, we'll allow the temperature of the beer to rise with the yeast just to get started. We'll slowly bring that back down to a low fermenting temperature. We'll let that rise back up afterwards just to clean itself up, and then slowly bring it back down again gradually for a lagering period, where we'll let it sit for about 4 weeks at colder temperatures till it's ready. For me, Pilsners are perfect for the summertime, the warmer weather, hanging out outside.
The New York State Pils is an awesome beer. It really showcases what we're about as a brewery. We get as much local product as we possibly can into our beer. And to brew a perfectly clear Pilsner is kind of like a badge of pride for a brewer.
Yeah, we've been very fortunate these past few years. We've started to get a lot of recognition for what we're doing here, especially here in New York State. We take what we do very seriously. We don't necessarily take ourselves very seriously, so I'm very grateful to be able to come in and do what I love every day.